All right, guys, it's Paul Singh, the Market Speculator, with the trade report for Monday, January 22nd, 2018. We should have an interesting week ahead with some important earnings, including Netflix coming right up here. SPY is pulling back a little bit pre-market, but still has been on a tear here, and the pullback is slight this morning. We are pretty extended here. We consolidated here around 268. We've had a big move of 12 points. And if we go back to September, October, we've moved from about 248 to 280, so about 32 points, 12 points in here since the last consolidation. We had a little scare last week, which looked like it was going to be the big pullback. That's starting to get invalidated. So I might pull out of the SQQQ short today, depending on what the market does. Now, keep in mind, no matter what we're doing in terms of trading the long side, we have to be ready for a big pullback. Eventually, it will happen. We've made that attempt here. Didn't happen. At some point, it is going to happen. So we'll keep an eye out on that. But until then, we continue to the long side. IWM really strong as well. And then the Qs also stair-stepping here higher. So the market's looking good. Let's take a look at gold. Gold is in an interesting spot because as the market has been running, gold has as well. At some point, we might have the flight to safety or some movement into gold. We'll keep an eye out on that. Overall pattern still looks good. Oil also looking very strong. Consolidating right at the 9 EMA. So we're going to definitely have UWT on our list as a potential pullback, trend continuation, pullback type play. Financials, very strong. The banks have had good reports. Energy, also much like oil, pulling back to the 9 at a good spot for a potential entry. Semiconductors breaking to highs. China breaking to highs and very extended. Brazil has made a nice run and has broke to highs as well. So everything looking really strong. We need to see some pullbacks for some good entries. And then biotech today, also breaking out pre-market. You can see it got hit hard here when the market pulled back, and now breaking to recent highs here, XBI at 90. So we're going to pay attention to that. Current positions, we've got OLED, which actually pulled back a little on Friday, still about 6 points above our entry level. And I'm going to raise our stop now to the 9 EMA. We don't need to have as deep of a stop as we've made this run, which essentially puts a stop at about break even and gives us a free trade. SQQ is right at the stop level. If it continues to slide, may loosen it up a little bit, but continues to slide, I'll get out. And then KBH is our earnings breakout pullback play. Has not followed through yet, testing the 9. We'll see if it can get to the top of the range. Big focuses to start the week. Let's go through some of these. X and FCX, both commodities, both have been very strong and are coming out of consolidation. So we could enter here if we wanted to. NVIDIA, breaking the highs. We need a pullback. That's going to be a theme here. A lot of these, as we start the week, we want to see pullbacks. JNUG will only get into if gold starts to pop. UWT here, we just talked about that, testing the 9. We could even enter here. FAS, financials, we need a little bit of a pullback. ERX, same as oil. We've got a number of retails here. We could enter urban right here as it's remounting the 9 EMA and play for a break of the high. And that's going to be a theme with some of the retails. Monster is at highs. We need a pullback. Lulu, same thing as urban. Retail that is remounting the 9. RH, another retail, has remounted its 50-day moving average. SQ, nice pattern here on this deep pullback. We talked about this before. We took the trade here. Now we got another potential setup. Semiconductor ESIO breakout. I think this was earnings, but it's right at high. So we needed to break the high here for us to enter. BABA, lagging China actually, but we'll watch for a remount of the 9. Tesla, very strong. Maybe we wait for some consolidation here. Netflix, we're going to watch the earnings report. LABU breaking the highs. Facebook at a good spot if it can break the 9 EMA. Race is getting up to all-time highs. The problem is it's a little extended. I'd like to see another pullback or consolidation. Brazil, we talked about. China, we already talked about. And department stores are also very strong, but we need pullbacks in these. So there are some good entries, although a lot of these things are overheated and we want to see pullbacks. So we're going to be patient to start the week. Hopefully we get a little bit of consolidation or pullback to give us some more entries.